Well, now to our other top story and the historic criminal indictment of Donald Trump. CBS News has learned the former president will turn himself in on Tuesday for processing at a Manhattan courthouse. That means getting fingerprinted and having a mugshot taken. CBS's Robert Costa has new reporting tonight on security concerns in New York City.
Former President Trump's indictment has law enforcement in New York on high alert, with security increased around Manhattan Criminal Court and Trump Tower. Trump is expected to fly to New York Monday and overnight at his residence. Tuesday, he'll travel downtown to court, a movement involving over 100 Secret Service agents and other law enforcement. Once inside the courthouse, Trump will stand for a mugshot and be fingerprinted. He is unlikely to be handcuffed. And then he'll be arraigned at 2:15 p.m. The announcement of the indictment last night stunned the former president, especially after reports in recent days suggested the grand jury's work might have stalled. Sources say the indictment could include about 30 counts related to the alleged falsification of records involving the $130,000 in hush money payments Michael Cohen made to Stormy Daniels for her silence in the final days of the 2016 campaign.
I think that number relates to the different checks that we know he signed for Michael Cohen to reimburse for the hush money payment. There were 11 checks, and each of them could give rise to 1 or 2 or 3 counts.
And they've made that clear to us.
Trump's lawyer said the former president would not accept a plea deal, arguing the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, has no case.
How a state prosecutor is going to prosecute a federal election campaign violation, which they think is a violation, which clearly isn't if you understand the law, I really have no idea.
Trump, who dined at Mar-a-Lago with wife Melania Thursday night, blasted the indictment by what he called these thugs and radical left monsters. While privately fuming, allies say Trump is convinced Republicans will keep rallying to his side and not give an opening to rivals like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
I know voodoo's legal in New York, but this is legal voodoo.
The unprecedented indictment of a former president of the United States for a campaign finance issue is an outrage.
Today, Bragg hit back at Republicans who have claimed that the investigation was politically motivated, calling that baseless and inflammatory. The heated rhetoric has New York law enforcement bracing for violence next week. After Trump's indictment, some on social media called for war and said it's time for a real insurrection. Former NYPD Commissioner Bill Bratton.
What most worries the NYPD at a moment like this?
Lone wolf. A lone wolf who is not bragging on social media that he's going to do this or going to do that. But somebody that all of a sudden shows up who's not on the radar, who has a grievance, whether it's a grievance against the president, grievance against now the district attorney. It's the unknown that's always a great concern.
Robert Costa joins us now from outside the courthouse. And Robert, what do we know about these charges against Donald Trump?
Sources tell CBS News that this indictment could be sprawling and include alleged financial crimes far beyond that Stormy Daniels payment. This all comes as former President Trump's allies are increasingly on edge about possible other indictments, whether it's from the Georgia election investigation or from the special counsel in Washington, who's probing January 6th and Trump's handling of classified records. Norah.
Robert Costa, thank you very much.